Happy Saturday, family. How is everybody doing? Just wanted to come on here and wish you a wonderful weekend and just talk about a little bit about how being present for your kids is so important, especially when they're younger, we tend to have so much going on and we indirectly affect our kids. Our kids tend to obviously copy what their parents are doing. So I just want to give you a reminder that it is important every time you do something to be thinking about, okay, how is it going to affect my child, or how is my child going to take it, right? So you know how you you can be driving a vehicle and someone crosses you and you're like casting them out, and you obviously tend to forget, maybe your kid is sitting right behind you, and you will see for a fact that they will do the same thing the day they get their driver's license, okay? They'll be doing the same screaming and yelling and cursing the other driver out. And you'll be like, where did you learn that from? And if you turn back time, you'll realize you actually did it in front of the kids. I'm guilty of that, okay? So we really have to try and control what we do. So another thing we always do is eating the wrong foods, unhealthy choices, making unhealthy choices. If you're constantly eating fast foods, you're eating all these deep fried foods, you're not encouraging healthy eating, incorporating greens, incorporating healthy foods, right? It goes without saying your kids will also do the same thing. Uh, you know, I, I have a battle I have to keep fighting with my kids because they are just like any other kid. They don't like the vegetables. They want to eat their fast food, their Chick-fil-A's and all that, McDonald's food. But I do try. I will give them the chance to eat that, but I always try to give them home cooked meals whenever I can. So you have to make sure as a parent you're trying to also play your part. At least one day you'll say, at least I tried to lead them in the right direction. So we have talked about uh, behavior, we've talked about eating habits. The other third habit is a bad habit that we don't tend to do is encourage our kids to read books. And because this is a new world where they all they do is go on the computer or on the phone and go to Google or Audible, whatever. But there's nothing more important than physically sitting down, holding a book, and being able to literally hold and read the words, turn the pages over. It's something that helps instill their brain. Their brain works a little extra versus just looking on the phone or on the computer for Google, or Google University, whatever it is. So make sure you're taking them to the library, borrowing books, and making sure that they're reading books. I know it's gonna be hard, but we have to just keep trying to do this with the kids. Otherwise, this traditional way of filling our brains will fade away, and I think it will be something that's gonna have long term bad side effects. For our grandkids and kids to come. So I don't know. I won't be here, you won't be here, but we really just hope for the best for our children. So let's just try to teach them what we used to do. There's a little bit of good things that we did while we were, when we were younger, and such as that. Reading, getting a book, reading those Nancy Drews, and sitting down and playing that imagination, the imagination in the book, and you're like picturing this storyline in your brain, and it just activates the brain cells. So yeah, so let's just try and do that. So I think that's the main things I really wanted to touch on tonight. So just make sure to obviously like and subscribe the channel. I do appreciate whoever is watching this video tonight. Let me know by saying hello, and I'll come back and say a quick hello for just letting you know that I appreciate you. But other than that, if you have any questions, let me know. But remember, our actions as adults reflect a lot on our kids. So be mindful of your actions, your words, how you speak to them, because it will directly influence them in the future. We've seen that happen where children probably are verbally abused or physically abused, and at the end of the day, they end up being God knows what, those side effects of what happened while they were younger. Some are not able to cope with that. So let's be very mindful of our children. Let's be careful. But at the same time, I know they are their own separate individuals. At the end of the day, it's their own decision to do what they want to do. But at least let's play the role that parents should play so that we can have better citizens out there, responsible adults, upcoming adults, you know what I mean? So, anyway, I hope this made some sense to you guys, whoever watched, and do appreciate you watching. And of course, have a wonderful weekend, and we shall see you soon. Bye.